Kelsey.
And?
Well, the first time I think I was introduced to her by someone, and I think she was a little taken aback because I'm like, I love you. I love your children. I love his tea. Like, I was perhaps a little effusive.
You were a fangirl.
Yes, kind of like when I met Peyton Manning, who was a big quarterback in the NFL, just to bring you up to
I've
speed.
heard, I didn't know what position, but I knew.
He was a quarterback.
Okay.
And when I met Peyton Manning, I did the same thing, like, I love you. I love you. I've got nothing else to say other than, So I did do that, but then I got to talk to her a few times throughout the weekend or the week. Granted, she kind of did run away. But then we made friends. Sabrina made friends with like her best friend, and so suddenly we were all in it, and then I said something funny, and she understood I was funny, and then she laughed. It was a whole thing. But I got to meet Donna Kelsey.
You made headway. So the next time you meet her...
Well, I did say...
You can say, remember me, it's Melissa Rivers.
Well, so I said, how do I get the green New Heights hat, which is the one that everyone saw Taylor wearing at Coachella. And she just kind of like stared at me. I'm like, you want my address? You want to send it to me? And then I did say that nothing would make me happier than if Jason would officiate my wedding.
Okay, well... That's, an interesting thing
and
to ask for.
And you wonder why she was like, who is this person who is also a member of the Q50, who, and she said to me, oh, I was a huge fan of your mom's, who is now groveling. Like, okay, I kind of embarrassed myself. The other one I stalked.
Points for asking, right?
It's freaking Donna Kelsey,
I know.
Man. Like, and I said to her, which is the truth, is she is now, and I'm a sports mom, she is now our patron saint.
That's,
in Donna Kelsey we trust.
In Donna Kelsey we trust.
Like, she is the ultimate sports mom. So for me, she's a hero.
She's a hero.
She's like the one we aspire to be.
Wasn't Martha Stewart there too?
Martha Stewart was there, who I am fortunate to have known for 100 years, and was a good friend of my mom's. So I got to connect with Martha. Queen Latifah was there. It was really fun because I knew a lot of the people. Kimberly Williams Paisley and I chatted, she's Brad Paisley's wife, and she was in Father of the Bride.
Yeah.
I always forget how kind and sweet and lovely she is, and so beyond beautiful in person. Kathy Lee Gifford I got to chat with. Again, it was a bunch of my mom's friends, but I also got to meet another legend, Billie Jean King.
That's a good one.
Yeah, who I also kind of stalked.
So you were the stalker of
I was the stalker.
QVC.
But I did get, which is amazing, Cooper's team is in playoffs. His lacrosse team's in playoffs. And she has a very famous saying, which is, pressure is a privilege. And at the U.S. Open, on the walls, they have that printed in the tunnel that the players walk through to get to center court. Pressure is a privilege.
That's a good one.
Kind of stalked her around and chatted. And she was very engaging. And I asked her assistant, I didn't ask her directly. Also because I accidentally ended up in the bathroom at the same time as her, and I didn't want her to think I was stalking, so I was like, oh God, I haven't followed you into the bathroom. But I asked her assistant if she would do a video for Cooper's team, wishing them good luck, and she did.
That's major.
That's major. And then she tagged me in one of her photos.
I'm gonna have to take you out when I've met Cher, and that's when I've lost my shit 4 times. But when I go to these things and I need to meet someone, I think I'm gonna take you.
Oh, well.
I'm gonna be like, go in the bathroom, Melissa.
Stalk.
Yeah.
Go stalk.
Go stalk.
But it was great. It was Christina Applegate showed up. Rita Wilson, who I adore, wrote a song for the Q50 that she performed. It was just person after person. But it was so fun because with so many people who had so much in common.
That's good.
A little too much talk about menopause, I will say, but lot to talk about. Super excited. There's a woman there who I was in a breakout group with, who's like 60 something, has some ridiculous amount of followers, who's become this influencer that it just randomly happened because her daughter started posting videos of her cooking during COVID. And she's now 65 and a huge influencer.
And she got invited to this?
She's a member of the Q50. So
wow.
It was really cool. It was really fun.
Well, look, you got your Billie Jean and your
My
Donna Kelsey. I'm learning to appreciate Donna Kelsey. You know.
Well, no, and I got to reconnect with so many amazing people and
good.
meet a bunch of amazing people. And it's always fun to see old friends and be doing something together.
I like it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, a lot of my mom's girls.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it was really lovely, and all the QVC team, and
we like a little QVC.
we like a lot of QVC.
We like a lot of QVC.
Yeah, we do.
For a lot of reasons.
So, one or two more. Hold on, I'm just looking. Where do we skip?
We did Britney.
We did Britney. We did Kim and Taylor.
Start to wrap up.
Okay. I'm just looking at what we didn't hit.
We did Monica.
We did Monica. Do we care about Dorinda? Oh, yes. Okay. Before we wrap up, you and I are... Sorry. Ugh. Okay. Stuck to my lipstick. Okay. Before and... Sorry, I have a piece of hair that's like...
That's okay.
Okay. Before we wrap up, both of us have a new show that we are obsessed with. Traitors.
Obsessed.
Upset. I have now watched all the US, all the UK, all of the Australia seasons, and I'm starting New Zealand.
Well, first of all, that's way more. Can I just say, I watched the first season of the US. I've been talking about this show the minute no one listened. No one listened. Look, I do like that they let some of the regular people go and now it's just quote unquote celebrity. I do think that was a smart idea.
Oh, see, I think just the opposite.
You do?
UK did real people, and then they did a couple mixes in, and they did the same thing in Australia, which is really good because you have people, real people, interacting with these people who only know their image.
Right, like that was interesting on the first season.
That was really interesting. But now you said you've got a scoop on who you heard is going to be in the next season.
They say, well, look, the second season was so popular in the US, and look, you could contribute that to a lot of reasons, but it did have a lot of housewives. So it was very clear that there's going to be a lot of housewives just because why rock the formula? Yeah, there'll be lots of challenge and real world people and Bachelor. Rumor is Kenya Moore posted on her social a picture that says talent and it says the Traitors, so that's pretty obvious. Phaedra Parks was just doing an interview and she was in the second season and someone asked her about the third season and she said it will never top the second season, but I think we're gonna make it nice, which is Dorinda's tagline.
Really?
Yeah, like Dorinda on Real Housewives of New York said, like, I cook, I clean. She was having a breakdown. She was completely drunk. There were tears everywhere. She was at her house in the Berkshires, and she said, screw all you people. I cooked, I cleaned, I made it nice. I made it nice has become her thing.
Her line, yes.
She sells merch about it. So that implies Dorinda. And the rumor is Teresa, our very own Teresa Giudice, is headed to the Traitors house, too.
Could you imagine?
They all make sense, right? Like Dorinda, first of all, I think if you make
it's going to become like a cage match.
Could you imagine Dorinda as a
Housewives.
traitor, like as an actual traitor? Dorinda would be great.
They're all great. So if you haven't watched that, you have to catch up. I love you. We got another month of stuff to collect.
You better start collecting now because this was overdue. We had a lot today.
We did, but always we have a lot. Okay, everyone, check out group text Behind the Velvet Rope. Take care.
Bye.